Hi, I've recently been sent some super clean products to review, and I mean my shop and tools are super clean, literally. So stick around to the very end and enjoy the show. First off, the shipping was fast and no problems. I have a spill absorbent, a few nozzles, original aerosol can degreaser, the original spray bottle degreaser, a foaming version of the degreaser, and a tire cleaner, which is an acid-based formula, possibly good for rust. Safety tip, no matter who you are and what cleaner you're using, wear hand and eye protection. Super Clean is a strong biodegradable degreaser that can be diluted. You can check out their diluting chart online, and it needs to be rinsed and dried clean. When you purchase a new lathe, it often comes covered in packing grease, and manufacturers recommend that you use citrus degreasers, mineral spirits, denatured alcohol, dish soap, various methods to try and remove that. And I will admit I have some stains on my lathe that I have not been able to remove since I bought my lathe. So I'm going to get some water and some dry paper towels ready. I'm going to use the Super Clean original formula on full strength here. This is real time. I'm going to let it set only for about 30 seconds, not very long. I'm going to agitate it with a very, very fine Scotch-Brite pad. I'm going to make sure none of it runs on the side of the lathe because I don't want it to get on any of the paint. And then I'll wipe this all clean with some fresh water. You need to rinse it, and then I'll dry it clean. Remember, you can dilute this. This is full strength, and you don't want to leave it on there too long, and you don't want it to dry because it could rust the cast iron. For those of you that are interested, the Scotch-Brite pad that I'm using is very fine. It's meant to be used in between finishing coats. It's like a quadruple zero steel wool equivalent. It's a synthetic like steel wool. I use them all the time. I love them in my shop. I'd also like to note, this is the first time that I'm trying the cleaner right here as you're watching it. That is incredible. You can already tell that the stains are gone even before I rinse it with the cold water. It's incredible. Minimal effort. I didn't leave it on there for very long. I am super impressed. It just completely got those stains off. Then I coated it with some dry lubrication. You can use wax or whatever you like to use, but definitely recommend coating your cast iron after you clean it. I moved over to my table saw top, and it worked like a charm, getting rid of the same kind of stains I've had on there for years. I just recommend you work in small areas at a time. You definitely don't want to leave it on there too long. Lathe hand tools can also get dirty. They can come with packing grease that also needs to be cleaned off, or over time they just become filled with stains and junk and sap and all kinds of things that can accumulate on them. Though this time I don't have to worry about the paint. You can see the dirt's coming off already just with my finger. You can also use a toothbrush. It's nice because it gets into those hard to reach areas. You still want to rinse the degreaser off with some cold water and then dry it clean and then add some type of lubricant over the top for protection. I also went ahead and cleaned some of the handles, and it worked really well on the handles. And I may have gone a little overboard and started cleaning a bunch of my hand tools. It's not favorable to spill in your shop, but it happens. So I'm going to test out Super Clean's floor absorbent on the most commonly spilled products in my shop. First we have a wood hardener, and then a shellac, then a rub-on polyurethane or a brush-on, then my friction polish I use, and some mineral oil, and then some Danish oil. And I use these in different combinations. I did leave the absorbent on the floor for a few minutes before sweeping it up. It is very light, no dust, and it swept up very easily. They state that it's all natural and organic and that you can possibly use it a few times. Other than the mineral oil, which I'm sure if I left the absorbent a little longer, it would have absorbed it, were completely dry to the touch, no residue on the glove. And the next thing I needed to do was just clean up the stains on the floor from the oils and use the regular degreaser for that. And as you can see here, I'm just rinsing it off with water. I was also able to move all of the water that I put down onto the floor into the used absorbent material and still wring out the rags of water, and it absorbed all of it. If you do get this and try it out, make sure you dispose of any used absorbent material in a safe manner. And though I tried this out on the floor, you could definitely use this if you spilt it on a workbench. I was able to try out the foaming degreaser version and the aerosol degreaser version, and they both worked really well. I tried them out on various spills throughout the shop, and they worked really well. I have not yet tried out the tire cleaner, which is an acid-based formula. It's different than the original formula, and I believe this was going to be really good for not just your car tires, but for tools in your shop that are rusty, or if you want to restore any tools. I have a controlled environment in my shop. I have heat, I have a humidifier, I have AC. I just don't have any rusty tools in my shop to even try it out. Well, I am super happy with Super concur. It's great to have in the shop. I agree. Especially me. I'm pretty accident prone and spill things all over the place in my shop. I have stuff on the floor for over 10 years, paint, oil, all kinds of things. And it worked really well cleaning up what I've tried it on in the shop. They didn't ask me to do anything. It was all just an honest review. And would I buy it again? Yes, I would. It works great, and it's great to have in the shop. Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a nice shirt. All right, well, I just wanted to let you know for this shirt, I really like too. The shirt. Super clean. These guys love it. Just want to get that out there. So as always, stay safe in your shop at all times. Thank you, and take care.